Good day, everybody. This is Michael Wenniger, CEO of Essante Organics. We want to say hello to all of you around the world. And today we're going to talk about toxic-free commitment. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about manufacturing and how manufacturing works in the 100% chemical-free, 100% toxic-free, certified organic, and wild-crafted world, because it's much different than anything that goes on in manufacturing. So let's talk a little bit about how it all works, right? It's required by law that when a manufacturing company creates a product, that they have to send it into a third-party micro lab, we call them, a testing facility, so they can actually check on sustainability and make sure that, the product can not, doesn't create any fungus or mold or mildew or E. coli or salmonella. And, there's a lot of things that you get back as far as paperwork goes with when developing a product. But what we do here at Essante Organics is really quite extremely different, right? So when we go to develop a product, I'll use this one for example. Here's a little product right here, a little creation. This will be launched, not this size, but this particular product will be launched at the Essante Great Green Event. Now, when you make these products or you do the research and the formulating and the developing, what basically happens is now you have this idea, you have these ingredients that you want to use because they're very beneficial to whatever it is that you're making to the body. It nourishes and it feeds the body. And in this particular little situation, this was our creation. So what happens? So we make this product and we send it off to this, and we don't send it out to one third-party micro lab. We send ours to 5. Nobody in the manufacturing industry will do what we do because we have a commitment to excellence and we expect excellence from this production team. So we send out this sample and they check it all out. They test it. First, we make sure it all works the way we want it to work. And then we send it out to 5 different micro labs around the world. And what we do, and remember, you're only required to send it off to 1. We send it to 5, and the other 4, they all don't know each other. But we want to make sure all the numbers match. We are so committed to, again, to excellence, and we're very stringent on our formulations, so we make sure all these different numbers match 5 times, right? And it's phenomenal. I mean, nobody does that, but we choose to operate Essante Organics that way for you. Now, once this sample comes back, all the paperwork comes back, now we go to batch, and we make a batch, nice big batch of this product, whatever that product might be. And now we have to take the samples from the big batch and we send them again to all these different places to get the reports back, to make sure all these things are right, so got sustainability, everything else, right? Then once those reports come back, then we go into bottling, okay? And I'm just picking a bottle out here that's on my desk. So we go and we make the bottle, right? And this is the, whatever it is that we're going to make, right? And then now we have to send the bottle out. After bottling, we have to send some bottles out to the 5 different micro labs for testing to make sure everything's right along this whole entire process. Now, if you look at the bottom of this bottle, this one basically says H32627. That's the batch number of this particular formula that we created. This is ready for sale, right? Now, why are these numbers there? Because we have a file of every single ingredient and its source and the farm and everything where it comes from. And not only is it recorded here, it's also recorded with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department. Now, why would it do that? Because we're dealing with plants, and that's who regulates. That's like the FDA of plants, right? And so not only that, we have to take it a step further. We use some ingredients that are protected ingredients. So if we want to send them to other parts of the world, like when we send them to our promoters in everywhere else but the United States, some of these have to come with what's called a CITES permit, which we have to get from the government. So along with that, periodically, a few times a year, the agencies come in here to Essante Organics and they do an inspection, right? Because and it's quite the visit, let's put it that way, because they'll pick something off our display table out there and they'll pick something up and they'll say, okay, here's this particular product, here's the batch number. So we know where we can get this information because it's registered in a facility that's online that they're connected to, but they want our paperwork as well for a few reasons. To know that it matches that particular batch number and to find out where the sources are, because it just doesn't stop in the plants or in the facilities here. What happens is then they go out and they make sure that the certifications are right and proper. They'll go as far as the farms and as far as checking, making sure that the soil's been checked. And if it's certified organic for up to so many years, so many feet deep. So you got a really extraordinary quality commitment from Essante Organics, because we take this much further than any manufacturer that I know exists in the world today. So hopefully you learned a little bit about how products are made, the processes that need to happen in order to even get it from seed to harvest, from harvest to your finished product. So here at Essante Organics, we're always making, new products, but we're always enhancing a lot of other things, because that's the way a real good company should treat its promoters and treat its customers, is always be on the cutting edge of what is going on in the world today and what those needs are and the wants are, and we're there. So with that being said, I hope we learned a little bit today about manufacturing and what we call a toxic-free commitment. Essante Organics, the organic living company. A company with a heart, a company with a soul, and a company with a purpose-driven mission. A company for everyone. God bless you, your families, your businesses, and until next week, you'll have a great day. And any questions, you can always get a hold of us here at the offices and speak with me directly or anybody here. You have a great day. Take care.